To the Wild West, beginning with the A's in Baltimore. Miguel Tejada hitting .447 his last 11 games, using the glove in this game. Bottom of the first, Melvin Mora up. Mora hits it deep in the hole at short. Tejada, nice stop. Gets a diving Mora at first. How many times we got to tell you don't dive into first base? It slows you down. Top of the second, Rubio Durazo with 2 on, lifts one. Caught by Mora. Tejada tagging from third is gunned down. So Mora gets revenge, and the nice throw and another top 10 nominee. Bottom of the second, Jake Gibbons at the plate. Another one, is that possible? 3 consecutive nominees. Tejada's there again. Nice stop and the throw. Another tremendous play by the swinging A's shortstop. Top of the 8th. Could it be another top 10 nominee? Durazo again for Oakland. Again, it's Melvin Mora coming on with the leather. Mora getting the job done and left. Top of the 8th. Pat Henkin against Terrence Long. Henkin gets the call for strike 2 by the umpire. Then Henkin gets Long swinging. Long's going to argue loud and long in between innings. He got tossed. He'd go after Hudson, the umpire Hudson, and bump him, and you got to feel a suspension is on the way. Top 12, we're still scoreless. Mark Ellis with the bases loaded and 1 out, lifts it to left. Finally, a run comes home in 12 innings, a sacrifice fly. The A's go on to win it. Ricardo Rincon, the winning pitcher, he threw 1 pitch to get the W.
Mariners enter Tuesday 2 back of the A's. Aubrey Huff facing Joel Pinheiro. Huff off the second base back. Ray Sanchez gets to it, but then overthrows it to third. 2 errors charged to Sanchez, 4 errors charged to the Mariners in the first 2 innings of this game. Yuck! Brett Boone against Victor Sembrano. Fouls one back. And when you check this out, Toby Hall all under it. Sliding catch. Grabs it. Stop play. This one fouled back and hits John Hirschbeck. 12-minute delay, scary moment. Had a bruised lower rib left cage. He had to be replaced behind the plate. Bill Wilkie took over. Bottom 8, Mariners up by 2-1 on 4. Aubrey was his name. Aubrey Huff off of Arthur Rhodes. It's deep, it's gone. Number 27. We're tied at 7. Top of the 11. Carlos Guillen at bat, runners on second and third. That's all he needed to hear. Opposite way. Guillen ties a career high with his 5 RBIs. He had 3 hits, and Mariners win, sending Tampa Bay to its 10th loss in 12 games.
Kotek's got a base hit, whacked into left field. Ortiz goes into the middle. That's a base hit. That one's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a base hit. He takes that one to right field and hit in the air to center field. Grand salami!
It's the job of any manager to field the team he believes has the best chance to win. In Boston, it's hard to imagine that team not including Manny Ramirez. The Red Sox slugger had missed 4 straight games with pharyngitis. But Saturday night, he was seen visiting with Enrique Wilson of the Yanks. Sunday, he reportedly didn't show up at Fenway to meet with team doctors. Monday, he told Little he was too weak to pinch hit. Tuesday in Chicago, Manny was available to be Boston's DH in a critical game to both clubs, yet Ramirez wasn't in the lineup.
Our ball club that I got in that clubhouse in there, they depend on Grady Little every day to put a lineup on the field that gives us the best chance to win, and that's what I'm doing tonight.
Bartolo Colon was pitching. Manny, very good career against Colon. 5 for 11, a .455 clip, and still not in there, at least not to start. Bottom of the first, scoreless, bases loaded. Carl Everett pops it up. It's going to drop between Todd Walker and Johnny Damon. Robbie Alomar scores. Frank Thomas would be nailed at third. 1-0 Chicago. Top of the second. Red Sox come back. Well, it's not a grand slam, but Trot Nixon and the Sox will take the solo shot off Colon. Nixon's 26th. 3 of Nixon's 5 hits against Colon have been homers. Manny's replacement, Gabe Kapler. Get out of town, and he means it. Kapler's third. Red Sox had a 2-1 lead. Bottom 7, 2-1 Boston. Scott Williamson on with runners in the corners. Williamson induces Carlos Lee to hit the 4-6-3 double play. Tremendous relief job. Bottom 9, 2-1 Boston. They've got any more relief? The young Kim on the mound. Paul Konerko. You know the old deal. If it's fair, it's gone. it's foul, and he would fly out. 2 batters later, 2 outs. Joe Creedy flies to left. Gabe Kapler again. Ramirez replacement makes the grab to end the game. So Grady, did you ever think of putting Manny into the close game?
The Red Sox in a wild game.
No, not tonight, but we'll take it day by day. We're going to try to win these games, and whatever I got to do to get that done, I will do it.
And the Red Sox win a tight one, beating the White Sox 2-1. Remain 1 game ahead of the Sox in the wild card. Seattle 2 back of Oakland out west. Oakland and San Francisco, the Giants unveiled a new poster in honor of Bobby Bonds outside of Pac-Bell Park. And as we go inside, well, they honored Bobby there as well. Barry, in his first game back at Pac-Bell, the ovation he receives. Might it juice him up a little extra? Maybe. Bottom of the second, scoreless. Bonds rips one. Did he get all of it? No. Off the wall. Barry to second with a double. Taking a look, he just misses what would have been career home run 654. Just over and off to the side of Rene Reyes' glove. Bonds on with a double. 2 batters later, the birthday boy, Rich Aurelia, knocks him in. Aurelia went 4 for 4 on his 32nd birthday. Larry Walker would put the Rockies on the board, his 13th home run to tie the game at 1. Bottom 7, Pedro Feliz. He would connect off Adam Bernero. It's a solo shot. Put the Giants up 2-1. So we go to the 9th. San Francisco trying to protect the lead. Greg Zaun, the tapper to first. JT Snow going to get there. Tim Worrell, his 33rd save. Barry and the Giants double up the Rocks.
Cards in Chicago for the first of 2 straight day-night doubleheaders. 1-0 Cards, top of the 4th. Jim Edmonds up against Carlos Zambrano. Edmonds, he's been lifting. Opposite way, his 35th of the year. Just the 7th homer allowed by Zambrano this season. 2-0. Bottom 5, same score, Jason Simon Tachi. First start since June 3rd. Aramis Ramirez. Albert Pujols puts the squeeze on it. Oh, he dropped the ball. Umpires called it an error. Tony La Russa comes out to argue it with Bill Hahn. Take another look. Pujols just drops it while he tried to switch hands with it. 2 base errors, 4th of the year. 3 batters later, Alex Gonzalez up. His only hit of the game, it was a good one. Ramirez would score. It's 2-1 now. Another run would score and later tie it. Top of the 6th. Jim Edmonds batting 1 on. Edmonds. Tom Goodwin. Oh, how'd that happen? Edmonds 2 for 5, 1 RBI. He's hitting 286. Edgar Renteria up. Bags full. Renteria 0 for 3 with 3 walks. Top of the 9th, still tied. Joe Borowski facing Scott Rowland. Rowland gets under it. It's shallow. Sammy Sosa. It's got to be the field. Sosa, 4th error of the year. Just kidding. Rowland 0 for 6. Later in the inning, so Taguchi up with 2 on. Taguchi just watching. Cubs in the thread. Bottom 9, Orlando Palmeiro brought in to play left, which turned out to be a great move. Runner on first for Kenny Lofton up against Mike DeJean. Lofton, who stole his 29th base in this game, gets a base hit. Just bounces it through. Alou is heading to 3rd. Palmeiro, the gun. Great throw. Later in the inning with Ramon Martinez up. Check it out.
Fly ball, hammered left field, pretty deep. That ball's at the wall. It is gone. What a catch in left by Palmeiro.
Yeah, good thing Palmeiro's in the game. Top 10 nominee. Sick catch by Palmeiro. Saves the game. We're on to extras when Jason Isringhausen does that to Sammy Sosa. 2 strikes. Next pitch. Sosa swings right through the heat. Izzy, 2 innings of hitless relief. Bottom 13 now. Jeff Facero, the former Cub, facing Ramirez. That is deep. And then Kerry Robinson gets close to nature, right by the ivy. We go to the 14th. Top of the 14th, Mark Guthrie facing Mike Matheny. 2 outs. Runner on 3rd. On the ground to Guthrie. We're going to the bottom of the 14th. And you know what, in between, Cub fans, they're so intelligent. They're saying, take me out to the bowl game for the 2nd time. Get it? 14th inning, whatever.
I got it.
Check all the subs made in the lineup. We are in the 15th inning. Sammy Sosa up. Hitless to this point, 0 for 5 on the day. Matheny comes to the mound to talk it over with Facero, who knows Sosa quite well. Would it matter? 1 on for Sammy.
Sammy drives one. Get out the tape measure. Gone. Cubs win.
We had the right man at the plate at the right time. He hadn't had a hit all day, so law of averages on his side. And, boy, I mean, what a game here. You know, this is what what pennants are made of, and this is what pennant races are all about right here.
Number 32 for Sammy. Cubs win. Cards with just 5 hits in 15 innings.
Even though it's 15 innings, Ernie Banks is still saying, let's play 2, and they did after his heroics in Game 1. Sammy not in the starting lineup for Game 2. In the top of the second, Kerry Wood to Jim Edmonds. Edmonds is going the other way, and he knows he got it all. 36th homer of the year for Edmonds. A solo shot, 1-0 Cards. In the top of the third, Wood to Fernando Vina. Swings and misses. Ball hit him in the knee. Rule says if you swing and the ball hits you, it's still a strike. That's strike 3. Next batter, Orlando Palmeiro. Kerry gets him. Kerry 9 strikeouts, 1 earned run in 7 innings. Gets a little nutty. Bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Moises Alou lines one down the left field line. Umpire. Third base umpire Justin Clem calls it foul. You see it kick up a little chalk. Before the 8th inning, Antonio Alfonseca, who's in the bullpen right there, actually bumped Clem. He was ejected. Then Alou got all over Clem. He'd be tossed as well. Bottom of the 9th. Still 2-0 Cardinals. They needed a player for the ejected Alou. It's Sammy time. Broken bat, ground out to second. The Cubs would not score. And the Cardinals beat them in the end, 2-0. What a crazy day and night atop the National League Central. All things told, the Cubs and Cardinals used 14 pitchers, 7 each, so at least that was even. 4 different pitchers threw in both games. Jason Isringhausen, Mike DeJean, Steve Klein, and Kyle Farnsworth all combined for 8 1/3 innings without giving up a run. Impressive. Kerry Robinson led off for the Cards in Game 1. He went 0 for 7. He never got to the plate in Game 2. Orlando Palmeiro had not 1 but 2 outfield assists, 1 in each getting Moises Alou at third in Game 1 and Randall Simon in Game 2. And, of course, Jim Edmonds did it all weekend with the glove, but homers 35 and 36 in the double dip.
What about the Astros back in L.A.? Tim Redding on the mound for Houston. He took that 6-3 home loss to L.A. on Thursday. Fred McGriff, for the love of elevation, a 2-run homer. McGriff's 490th of his career. It's 3-1 Dodgers. Top of the 8th, same score. 2-out Eric Gagne enters the game, trying for a Major League record 55th consecutive save. You know, in his last 29 2/3 innings, Gagne has struck out 51 batters, allowing just 1 earned run. Unbelievable. Gagne facing Brad Osmus. That'll end the inning. 3 outs away from the record. Bottom 8, 2 out. In the box, Fred McGriff. Second home run of the night, 491 of his career. He can watch that all he wants. That's impressive. 4-1 L.A. Top of the 9th, 2 out, Gagne facing Craig Biggio. That ends the game. Dodgers win. Gagne and his mates all smiles. 47 saves and 47 opportunities this year. And now Gagne now holds the record for the most consecutive saves since 1990, passing Tom Gordon. Other names on this list: Trevor Hoffman, Rod Beck, and the Eck, Dennis Eckersley. Cubs still hanging around where they'll be all season long. You get the feeling at 1.5 games behind in 3rd place.
ESPN Wednesday day game. They played Tuesday night at Shea. Bottom of the 3rd, Jason Phillips lines one off of Mike Hampton's glove. Hampton can't come up with it. Javier Lopez picks it up, charges home plate. Ty Wigginton comes in the score. Watch it again. Lopez grabs the ball, tries to get to the plate. Wigginton beats him there. SportsCenter top play in the bottom of the 6th. Prentice Redmond puts it in the hole. That's where Rafael Furcal is hanging out, and he makes the throw. Bottom 7. Mets have themselves a 2-1 lead. 2 outs from Mike Piazza. Hampton still in there. Piazza comes through with the RBI. Broken bat single to left. That would score Marco Scutaro, and the Mets win. Let's sink our teeth in that AL Central race. We showed you earlier how the White Sox lost. The Royals were in Arlington. Paul Abbott allowed 1 hit through 4 1/3. But when a 1-0 pitch to Rafael Palmeiro went in the dirt, Tony Pena pulled him. Jeremy Affeldt in. And the first batter, Affeldt, gets Palmeiro to fly out to center field. Next batter is Mark Teixeira. Teixeira is going to bloop one in the right field. That would score Michael Young. The Rangers were down 3-1. Third batter is Lance Nix against Affeldt. Up, out, get out of town. Nix is 6th. Rangers had a 4-3 lead. Abbott depressed and disappointed with the happenings. Top of the 9th, Mike Sweeney, base hit Jared Patterson and Joe Randa come around to score. Royals only down by a run, so here we go. Francisco Cordero able to strike out Aaron Guile. Then Cordero gets Raul Ibanez. High heat. How high? 99 miles an hour.
Twins looking to gain some ground in the Central. Angels in town. That means Aaron Seeley, who usually loves facing the Twins. 15-3 in his career against them. That's the third best among active pitchers. Those 15 wins, the most Seeley has against any other team. So to the game, bottom second, 2 on, 2 out. Rookie Michael Ryan off of Seeley. 3-run home run, Ryan's second, but there would be more Seeley bashing from the Twins. Bottom 3, 2 on, 1 out. Matthew LaCroix. Opposite way, that'll score Luis Rivas. LaCroix 2 for 3, 2 walks and an RBI. It's 4-1. Next batter, Jacques Jones. Opposite way, double. That'll score Corey Koski, who was 3 for 5. 5-1 Twins. Next batter, Torrey Hunter. Up the middle, that scores Matthew LaCroix. Both those guys, Hunter and LaCroix, 2 for 3. Later in the inning, bags full, 2 out for Christian Guzman. That's going in the corner. It's a triple. All 3 runs come around to score. Big hits, bottom of the order for the Twins. Aaron Seeley allows 9 runs, tying a career high. He's won just once in his last 9 starts. So, the White Sox, the Royals each lose on Tuesday, allowing the Twins to pick up ground with their 12-6 win over the Angels. Minnesota.
The schedule says so. Bottom of the third, tied at 2, bases loaded. Cody Ross, get out of town, and he means it. It's a grand slam in his first career home run, 6-2 Tigers. But it was an up-and-down game for Ross. Bottom of the 8th, 7-6. Ross is running hard on a ground ball. Lands kind of strange on both legs. Appeared to hurt his left knee. He'd be carted off, taken to the hospital. Results will not be known until Wednesday, but the Tigers win. Jeremy Bonderman still at 18 losses. Through 137 games, snap a 3-game losing streak. Craig Wilson going to hit it to left. You know what's coming. Jeff Conine coming on to make a great catch. Welcome back, Jeff. Still scoreless. Top of the 5th, we're tied at 1. Jason Kendall, base hit to center. That would score Tyke Redmond, 2-1 Pirates. In the 7th, Dontrell pulled after 118 pitches. Soup, what does he have left?
I think the big question is, are the innings going to catch up with him? He's already thrown 10 more innings than he has in his entire career. He's over 166 right now. He still looks strong in the start against Pittsburgh, but he has 4 more starts probably before the end of the season, not to mention postseason. He could be getting into uncharted territories, but so far, so good.
Dave Campbell reporting. First batter after Willis was pulled, Kendall hits it to the gap in left center. Jack Wilson would come around to score. Kendall went 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and the Pirates go on to win 3-2.
So the Phils are looking to tie the Marlins on top of the wild card race, hosting the Expos. Phils on day 15 at 27 games in 27 days. Coming into Tuesday's game, they were 4-10. So far, so bad. Javier Vasquez came into the game, 26 scoreless innings in a row. Not anymore. Meacham Tomei, number 38, the most homers by a Philly since Mike Schmidt had 40 in '83. Phillies up 1-0. Top 8, Rael Cormier. Bags full, facing Brian Schneider. On the ground, Chase Utley. Nice double play. Cormier out of the jam for now. Next batter, Endy Chavez. Runners on second and third. That goes to second. Utley, his problem, well, he overthrows Tomei. So Cordero scores. 3-2 Expos. Utley feeling yucky. Utley another chance with the bags full. 2 out. Endy Chavez can't get there. Bases clear for a triple. So Utley ends up with a game-winning hit. All is well in Philly land for Utley. They win. They tie the Marlins for the top spot in the wild card. Great race there.
Haven't been too many nice nights this season in San Diego, but this would be one of them. We'll show you why with Arizona in town. Phil Nevin facing Chris Capuano, and Nevin's going to rip the pitch up and out. The score would be tied at 1 on Nevin's 7th of the season. Nevin, by the way, he's hot. 3 home runs in his last 5 games. Bottom of the 2nd, Gary Bennett hits the Capuano pitch, base hit over the drawn-in infield. You know, makes a 200 hitter a 300 hitter. 2-1 Padres. Trevor Hoffman activated from the 60-day DL, returning to the Padres after a pair of off-season shoulder surgeries. In the top of the 7th against Craig Counsell, gets him the ground out. You know, 1-2-3 inning, got a standing ovation as he walked off the field. Mark Loretta, you know, if it's fair, it's gone. In the bottom of the 7th, It's called foul. Bruce Bochy out to argue and take another look. The Loretta home run appears to be a home run, a fair ball. The umpires eventually get it right. They rule it was a home run, his 10th, and the Padres win. So a nice night for San Diego, but no, they're not in the wild card race in the National League. The Marlins and Phils knotted up for the lead. The Dodgers and Astros, at least for now, the top contenders. The Cubs, Diamondbacks, and Expos all trying to stay in a 7-team